Doors close and dreams go free. Got an angel next to me. Hold me close so I can breathe. Let me go so I can live. Where do we go from here? Take me far away, so we can stop the time, and love will take its place. Where do we go from here? Take me far away, so we can stop the time, and love will take its place. It will be tonight when I turn off the world for you. It will be tonight when I turn up the stars for you. It will be tonight when I turn off the world for you. It will be tonight when I turn up the stars. I turn up the stars for you. Forget your past. I'm here to make it last. Where we're going, we don't need maps. Take a chance with the Wall Street crash. I feel what you feel, that our love is strong. And I hear what you hear, it's our favorite song. And I taste what you taste, it's the sweetest kiss. And I see what you see, and I'm so impressed. Where do we go from here? Take me far away, so we can stop the time, and love will take its place. Where do we go from here? Take me far away, so we can stop the time, and love will take its place. It will be tonight when I turn off the world for you. It will be tonight when I turn up the stars for you. It will be tonight when I turn off the world for you. It will be tonight when I turn up the stars. I turn up the stars for you. It will be tonight when I turn off the world for you. It will be tonight when I turn up the stars for you. It will be tonight when I turn off the world for you. It will be tonight when I turn up the stars. I turn up the stars for you. Turn off the world for you.
What's up, fam? Love you guys. What's going on out there on planet Earth? Wanted to share some energy and some positive vibes with you. I also want to give you guys some more insights on your third eye. Your third eye. Here you go. Your third eye, your pineal gland, your amazing ability to see through the veil and actually see things as they really are. Ooh. When I was in the Louvre in France, the Sumerian tablets and Sumerian texts they have on the wall, carved in stone, they have the large Sumerian with the pine cone like this. What is it a representation of? Your pineal gland. Okay. Same thing when I was in South America, when I was in Machu Picchu. When I was about to climb Machu Picchu and Manu Picchu, but there is their head chieftain, and the top of his staff, a piece of corn. Okay. What it is, it's not truly not a piece of corn, ladies and gentlemen. It is a representation of your pineal gland. Same thing with the 30-foot pine cone in Vatican Square. What is that a representation of? Your pineal gland. Okay. I want you to understand this because when you begin to utilize and really fully access and use your body and your vessel in the manner that it was created to be used, to understand that a lot of these questions you might have about your existence, your purpose, what we're all doing here together right now might be answered. Okay? When you begin to see. All right. So I'm going to do a recap on the Astral Projection video that I loaded 2 years ago. I found that helped many people. And like I said, there's lots of information based upon what references I make and as far as my own experience and how I explain this technique, which I came up with. Like I said, this is part of the collective. I'm not sure if I actually came up with it or at what time it was, or maybe I've done this before. But to explain in this timeline, right, with the understanding I had, this is how I learned how to astral project. Okay, here we go. Right before I start, I want to explain something really quickly. You have your third eye. It starts off like this, which this candle technique will help you. About the size of a small light looking in the dark. Okay. You get the flashes of the faces, you get the flashes of the beings, you might get the outline of a being standing in front of you. Okay. As you get more advanced, your third eye gets about this big. About this big. Now you can make out full figures, full features. You have a different level of depth perception. You can zoom in, rotate to the right, zoom out, rotate to the left, similar to a camera. You can begin to zoom in, zoom out, and relax your third eye, and then focus again. Okay. To actually make out the person, the being, the awesomeness standing in front of you. Now as you get more advanced, you get God's eye. Okay. Where it basically becomes, your POV is around this big. Everything you see in your sphere, in your surroundings, is all seen to you 360 above and below. Okay, that's awesomeness. Now, 3 stages. You got your little third eye, then you have your fully activated third eye, and then you have your God's eye. Okay. Now, things that might be different for some of us. All right, let's explain some of this with the sight. Some beings are very gifted, they can see auras. You can actually see the aura that's emanating off me right now. See color. Yellow to green to blue. All right, as you raise your frequency, purple. Okay. Now, some of you guys are very gifted and can actually see the beings, you know, or see someone's higher self or the outline of a being when you're staring at one of your friends or family members and you're really jacked in. You can see them with your eyes open. Okay, fantastic. All right. Some of you guys out there have narrow band vision, but good pixelation, good high definition, meaning that there is seeing in your mind's eye, meaning that I'm imagining myself or I see myself in a room. There's a beautiful, you know, angel there. I can see their outfit. I can see that we're exchanging information. But I really don't get that POV where it's me holding the book. Rather, I'm watching, you know, from a third-party perspective of a situation going on. Okay. Now, when you get beyond that, I like to call this a high-definition narrow-band vision. Okay. That means that if this is a television screen, right? And I'm seeing 5D, 4D, 5D right now on this screen. Okay? In full high definition, in full pixelation, it's awesome. I can see good. I can see the color of their earrings. I can see if their toenails are painted. I can see if they're wearing a headband. I can check out their staff. I can look at the outfits, the gowns, the smiles, the awesomeness. Okay. Now, then there's something beyond that, which I found is broadband vision, where I've been since obviously I've been working here on planet Earth. Broadband vision is I actually see, if this is a television screen, okay, here's the narrow band. The broadband or pan-dimensional screen is I see that TV box, I see all the wires that come up to and meet that screen, and I see where it's plugged into the wall. I see the actual structure that makes up the projection screen. That is what I refer to as broadband vision. That is what I refer to as a pan-dimensional being. Because what you're actually doing is you're actually being able to see in through multiple dimensions, and you actually see the beings or the participants actually not only acting out their role, but you actually get to see the higher selves interacting with the lower selves as they input their information into the matrix. You actually get to see the cables, you get to see the information going up and down, you get to see the implementation of that information as it hits the holographic field, and actually what these beings, usually sitting on a ring, are creating. All right. So different levels of your third eye, okay? So, like I said, everyone is gifted, everyone is awesome. The healers, your hands are on. The feelers, the hot, right? The channelers, the throat chakra, your comms link is on. And then obviously those who can see, fantastic. That's why it's so important to work together, because you never know, it's very hard to get a being that has all those skill sets or all those different abilities. It's much easier to get a team of awesomeness together where each one holds that one piece of that puzzle and they hold it very, very well. Very, very strong. That is the best. Okay, so back to the how to astral project. I'll go through this kind of quickly. Now, I'm not going to do a complete recap of exactly how the old video was. I find this detrimental since it's already there. But I'm going to teach you a different way with my new understanding. Now it's been around 2 or 3 years since I made it. So with that, all you need to do is get a little white candle. I prefer white. White candle, it's very nice. Green's good too, purple's good too. But you basically get your candle, get your lighter, light it up. You want to clear your space. Check this out. This is my 4 count for commands for clearing your space before you are about to engage in astral projection. Here we go. Only those beings which exist in the highest order of light may stand in my presence. Only those beings which exist in the highest order of light may stand in my presence. Only those beings which exist in the highest order of light may stand in my presence. And only those beings which exist in the highest order of light may stand in my presence. All right. That just feels good to say. You know what I'm saying? All right. So basically what you did is all the little riffraff and all the little dudes are backing up now. Backing up. Something's about to take place. Here come the big guys. Big light beings, big angels, whatever you want to say. They start kind of walking around. They start kind of clearing the crowd out. Okay. Kind of back up. He loves you. He loves you. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Okay. Now, you set your intention of highest self, higher selves. Please aid me in activating my third eye, touch. Okay. Please aid me in activating my throat chakra, touch. Please aid me in my communication with you. I need your help. Please help me. Okay? When you do that, you actually are asking the universe for aid, and it's very important, and this is why. Because depending on which side of this duality game you want to play, which exists under 12D, mind you, everything under 12D is in this situation. Above that, it's all gravy. Okay? But when understanding and beginning to engage in your oversoul, which is truly what you're doing. Because once you begin to see, you can't take that away. It keeps gaining momentum because you keep having an open mind and wanting to know more. Okay? So once you clear your space, the intent is please aid me. And the reason behind it, you must request this aid. And why? This is a free will zone here on Earth. You have both sides of this duality game who wish to help you. However, the rule, mainly for the light side, is, understand this, we will not engage in aiding a human or a consciousness that does not request our help because they are not aware enough to do so. You have to be aware enough to request aid. Understand this. If you want to call down Archangel Michael, well, you got to know who Archangel Michael is. You got to know that he's awesome. Okay? If you want to call down Raphael, all right, Uriel. I like Hatael. One of my favorites. If you want to call down your fellow angels, your fellow angelics, who are here to be of service to this planet, the vessel must request. Okay? Now, that little subset, how about your higher selves? My highest self, my most evolved self, myself that has the greatest perspective on my timeline in this short period of time I'm here on Earth, and how I can attain the goal of when I incarnated and what I wish to accomplish. Call upon those beings. Okay? I recommend guides, mind you. Let me explain the difference between a higher self and a guide. Higher selves are those beings who actually are here with you on your stream, some since you were a little baby, and as you raise your frequency, they get up out of stasis off the ship and they actually come onto your line, your energy cord, because now you are holding or maintaining that frequency where you're actually entertaining, or you're ready for that. Okay. A little comedy for you. You might have variant aspects which are very good at, say, utilizing and aiding a being with his or her third eye. You might have a being that, and one of your aspects, who is the gnarly shot caller healer on your stream, which is fantastic. But you always remember, light it up, bro. The skill sets which exist on both sides. To always understand that guides are fantastic. However, which beings are you ascending with? Guides to me are as follows. Guides are the homies of my higher selves. I don't think I can make it any easier than that. The friends, the family members, the loved ones of my conscious stream, who are here to aid me, assist me, and we are here to love each other. All right. But to remember, when you're ascending and you're going through your own emotional programming and transitioning, you and your higher selves on your stream, game on. Don't look left and right for your guides, because when things happen, yeah, they're there to help and support you. But as same way as a mentor watches and supports you, the teacher is not going to take the test for you. The teacher is going to give you notes. The teacher is going to go, did you study for the exam? The teacher is going to monitor your emotional well-being, your energetic well-being, and make sure you're on the right path. The teacher is there to remind you, not do the work for you. Understand this. All right. Everyone has plenty of things to do. All right. But understand that, because they don't do that because they don't love you. They do that because they don't enable bad behavior. They don't enable poor constructs. Rather, they wish to improve on those constructs and encourage you to create new ones. Haha. All right. Astral projection. And here we go. Take your white candle, light it up. What I want you to do is stare at the flame. I want you to see actually how the flame moves. I want you to stare at the very tip of that flame. I want you to stare at the aura of that flame, and as that energy which is being combusted meets the atmosphere, there is a barrier which you will see. Inside of that barrier, you will begin to see reflections, the small nuances of something that is bypassing the veil that flame is. As you stare at the flame, you do this for about 5 to 7 minutes. Okay. Similar to a magic eye poster, you need to relax your eyes. Okay? What happens is, if you stare at a magic eye poster that came out in the 90s, basically what it is, I'm going to try to put it up behind me. What it is it's a three-dimensional image in 2D. However, you cannot see the three-dimensional image until your eyes relax, you focus on a focus point, and all of a sudden, your eyes pull that 3D image out of the 2D image. In the same manner, it's exactly what you're asking your eyes to do right now. You relax your eyes, okay? As you close your eyes, you can see the ingrain of that candle. Okay? It moves from left to right. It's very obvious to where it is. Okay, when you close your eyes. Raise your head. Keep your head square, back straight. It'll sit right about here, which is dead center. That's where it's sitting right now for me. It sits right on your focus point. Why is this important? Because of all the distractions, with all of the things that are around you, to focus all of your intent, all of your energy, and all of your focus on one small point. That is what is important. You are training your mind how to still and focus on something. Okay? That is what you're training your mind to do. Okay? So as you lock onto your focus point, you see the little flame. all you have to do is imagine a little circle, a little bit of energy, moving around that flame to the left, in a little circle. Left to right, left to right, left to right, left to right. Okay? Say it. So it's basically, if you want to think about it in your mind's eye, how a galaxy spins. Okay? Now you got the center star or the black hole, but the whole galaxy spins around it. Okay? Well, in the same manner, you're opening a wormhole or you're opening a dimensional space in your own mind for your guides, your higher selves, your overself, opening a window to your soul. Another way to say this. Okay? Now, as you open that space to understand what you're going to do is you're going to watch that flame get closer and closer and closer and closer and closer and closer and closer to you. And what you're going to do is as soon as you can draw that focus point to you, as it gets closer to you, all right, that wormhole expands and expands and expands. And all of a sudden you're in. Boom. Okay. Now here's the key of riding the roller coaster. Here's the key of what you guys see sometimes when you see the 2 or 3 people sitting side by side and you guys are going through wormholes together. And I call this the roller coaster. Check this out. What you don't see is one of your dimensional selves is actually guiding your existence, your consciousness, down this roller coaster. Okay? Shaping the wormholes that you're going through and guiding you to where and when you need to be. That's one thing that I didn't have that understanding before. That is what's going on. You have upper dimensional beings who are here to help you, male, female, awesome, daughter, son, wake up. And they are guiding and aiding you in directing your frequency to a more harmonious place. For example, if you're projecting into, say, a very large city, and this is your first time doing it, the last thing you want to see is a bunch of gremlins. I made it out! I'm looking into 3D. I did it. And all you got is like boogie, woogie, woogie, oogie, oogie. No thanks. Not on the first run. And take my words of advice for you right now. Okay? That's kind of what the intent is. Hey, can you guys kind of steer me? I want to go through this little wormhole. Can you guys kind of aid and steer me higher, to a higher dimension? So my first experience with my loved ones, my family members, who I really am, isn't down in the woogie woogie, boogie oogie 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 oogie, look at me, I'm in a little, whatever that is for you. Okay? Understand this. The flame of Uluru. Light. Ooh, I like this. Are we having fun? I'm having an awesome time today. Alright. Drop it like it's hot. Okay. Good. Now. Spinning the wormhole. Check this out. It's just like zooming in on a camera lens or zooming out. Zoom in, zoom out. Your third eye does exactly the same thing. Another tip for you. It's not just stare at the candle and I don't see it. No, bro. Rotate that energy to the left. Rotate that energy to the right. Find that perfect sequence and go, whoop, oh, I see it. I see it. I'm locked onto it. Rotate. Rotate. Okay? That's what I'm trying to say. Rotate that specific deal so that you can see and penetrate through what you want to. Okay? This is a biological, amazing creation, our bodies. But to understand that there are certain ways in which, you dunk a basketball. There's certain ways in which you kick a soccer ball. There's certain ways in which you hit a baseball. There's certain ways in which you throw a baseball. Why is that? In the same mechanical way, in the same energetic way, there is a way to use your third eye. Okay? I don't know where this information went. We've known about this for quite some time. The Sumerians knew about it. Those tablets are 7,000 years old, just up on the wall. I'm going to show you some images right here. All right? So this information's been known for quite some time. But to understand, it's a rotate. So you got your eyes closed, you got the candle, the ingrain of this little flame in here. Your eyes have relaxed and adjusted so you can actually lock on and see exactly where the tip of that flame meets the atmosphere. You work from the outside of the aura of that flame all the way down to there's a little barrier. It's like this big, right where the heat hits the atmosphere. Why I use this as a tool is because you have to train your eyes and your mind to focus on something very, very small. Okay? And in that stillness, in that oneness, in that clarity, do you gain access to something that you've never used before, at least in this incarnation. All right. So, little tips for you. Now check this out. The first video is there. It explains, at that moment in time, I didn't know about multidimensional beings and beings just being in parallel dimensions. I didn't know that there was 15 layers of energetic space on Earth. I didn't know that, the outside skin of Earth is 16D. I didn't know that, all these dimensional beings, all these things considered ghosts, apparitions, or spirits and orbs are just multidimensional beings projecting through the veil. I didn't understand that. I do now. Okay? There are no such thing as ghosts. Let me explain what the real vernacular of a ghost is. Okay? It's a multidimensional being which you are perceiving or that is either in limbo, disembodied, lost in a different time space. Mind you, Civil War, dudes are going at it. Two dudes die on a battlefield. They kind of, really in a very painful manner. I hate you too. Whatever. Okay. In their mind space, they're still fighting. They don't know it's 2014. They are in their own little time bubble, still going at it. Okay, what I'm trying to explain is that when things happen, when people pass on, when people go to the next plane of existence, some feel that they have too much to do in this place or they're not done yet. So they don't go towards the light. They don't walk up the stairs or down the stairs, mind you, on their own actions in that incarnation. So they go, I think I'm just going to kick it right here. What is it our job to do? Remind them, one, we love you. Two, you're a part of our collective. And since we are all fractaled aspects of ourselves, no one wants to leave one of their fractals behind. So understand that. It's like if you had a little brother or a little sister from 10,000 years ago and something really bad happened to him, for some reason that little sister or little brother can't forgive or appreciate or walk towards their own whatever resolution that is. It's our jobs to go, hey, that's my brother, that's my little sister. Let's go get her. Let's go get him. Come back, come back, come back, come back. We love you. See, it's this type of understanding that you have to go and walk the experience. Mind you, I did not learn this from a book. Okay. I did not learn this from any other person. Okay. I learned this from myself going to these sacred locations and actually having to work there. I learned on the job. Okay. This is on the job training in which I'm speaking about 100,000% my reflection of what I experienced here on Earth. Okay. Different types of levels of explaining things. That being said, everyone has a very specific way in which they translate the information which they receive and experience. And to understand, we all perceive that experience differently. Some beings might see it like this, some beings might see it like this, and guess what? That's amazing. All amazing. But to understand the deeds and the actions of how you gain the experience, that's important. Okay, because knowledge, it's cool, it's amazing, but check this out. Knowledge needs experience to become the ultimate thing, wisdom. All right. Knowledge, experience equals wisdom. All right. So, to be able to explain some of these things that are very, people might have a really hard time understanding, some of us, our jobs is to go through those experiences and explain it to them. So back to the first video, what I was referencing was when I was saying, I don't know if you're going to see ghosts or spirits or whatever. It was pretty funny. I watch it, I'm like, this is hilarious. But to understand, that's the new understanding I have now. Okay, now, what else are you going to experience? And some tips. Okay. First, when you actually see the dudes in your room that are large, when you're doing the astral projection stuff, you're trying to engage this. You're going to see the big shadow dudes. Okay? For me, when I first saw them, they looked like ring wraiths out of Lord of the Rings. I was like, oh my God, what is that? Check this out. It's just your dudes. They can be in white cloaks, mind you, white robes, with the hoods on, standing there looking at you. The first thing I say is, hey bro, take the hoodie off. They're all, yes. Good, I can see your face. Second thing I request is, are you one of my higher selves? Put both your hands up. When you make a request to a being where you can barely see, you're just seeing enough where you're getting kind of spooked, go, hey, you my higher self? Put your hands up and do a freaking jumping jack. Big motion. Big motion. Hey, can you see this? Not like nod your head or give me a thumbs up, buddy. No, big motion. Do a damn jumping jack if you're my higher self. Because remember, you're kind of blind. Okay? You're using this new eye, this new ability, which you never really used before. So anything that you can do to expedite that, you're like, Okay, I can't see exactly. What I'm doing right now is, I'm going to teach you, I call it the phase. When you're in the astral projection deal, and you're going through your wormhole, and you want to try this. Now, this is a different adaptation. Some of you guys might get this easier. When you're in the meditative state, you're laying down at night, you simply close one of your eyes. It can be your left or your right. You open the peripheral of your eye just a little bit so you can just make out what's in your room. Look at a 90-degree angle directly to the right. And what happens is you're breaking dimension at 90 degrees. Okay? Between 45 and 90 is the magic zone. Okay? And what it is keep your eye open, close it a little bit. Keep your eye open, look through your eyelashes. Let your eyes relax, let your eyes relax, let your eyes relax. What you're doing is you're syncing your 3D eyes with your third eye. So what you're actually doing is you're creating a triangle of awesomeness. Left eye, right eye, to the target, third eye. And you're locking on to this object, right? This bead. Right? It helps you. Now you're using 3 things. 1, 2, 3. Boom. To get the same output. Instead of just going, I don't see anything. What's going on? Okay? I feel you. I know you're there. Listen to your heart resonate with, what would one of my awesome angelic selves say in the white robes? It said, Ryan, daughter, son, how would you want to act in this moment? What would you like to share in this moment? What would you like to experience in this moment? And how can you reflect us in your true light in explaining this to make everyone smile and feel okay with kind of how the universe runs in the first place? All right. So that is kind of the form and function. I'm going to follow up with this little tip for you guys. When you're sitting on your energy cord and you're activating your kundalini, when you're working on the kundalini activation, okay, everything is in a spiral. There's no right angles. Everything is like a little tornado. Okay, everything's in a little rotation. Okay, so for me, when I want to get my root chakra activated, which I'm doing right now, my sacral, my root, my stomach, what I'm doing is I'm actually wrapping those 3 chakra points, shoot out. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, there's 3. Boom, boom, boom. So I'm going like this. What I'm really doing is I'm aiming these things down, and I'm going around my energy cord, and then I'm wrapping 1, 2, 3, like this. That's what I'm doing. I'm actually individually locking onto my bandwidth, using my chakras, and functionally grabbing my light cord in a fist. Okay, I'm grounded. Fantastic. Some of us will have our higher selves ground us far deeper than this holographic matrix in the sphere, because we actually pull a larger amount of energy, depending on our clearance levels. All right. Clearance levels granted by your integrity in the moment and weighing your heart. All right. So, moving that energy. Okay. Taking your vitamins. Okay. Having a higher frequency diet. Sun charging. These are all things necessary in making this technique, astral projection, easy. Okay? It's not just I practice this one thing, I tried it for 10 minutes, and I'm done. No. You know, if this is a martial art, you went to the first karate class, and you're like, now you think you're a kung fu master? No. It takes time. Anything worth doing in this place takes time. Okay? Remembering yourself takes time. Having appreciation for your surroundings and viewing and processing your experience here in an upper dimensional, in a form of clarity, of understanding, appreciation, harmonization, relaxation, and love takes time. You got to process a lot of these beliefs, a lot of these things, a lot of these experiences, and you got to flush them. Okay? I have the recycling bin and I have the trash. Whatever you guys want to use, but higher selves, this is a good one. Trash it. Higher selves, recycling bin. Higher selves, trash it. Higher selves, recycling bin. We are literally going through this collective consciousness and mending the web of life, mending the collective consciousness, and remembering ourselves in that manner when we do that. Okay. So, one last little tip about the astral projection. Flex your abs after you've charged. Usually if you guys want to get into the astral projection and you guys really want to like get on it, like I want to astral project right now. TJ Clark, inc.com, legendary colloidal mix, polyphotogenic complete mind and body system, and QQ10, it's awesome, And same with liquid MSM. Okay. Cap, 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 cap. You're about to go lay down. Take a cap of each one of those before you lay down. You just sun charged all day. You just took your vitamins. You're about to go into your room. You light the candle. Boom. Lock onto the candle for 5 to 7 minutes. Let your eyes relax. Let your eyes relax similar to the third eye poster. You lay back in your bed. Boom. Only those beings in the highest order of light may stand in my presence. 4 count. Awesome. Bang it. Lay down. May my higher selves please help me turn on my third eye, my throat chakra, so I can hear you better beyond my tummy tongue intuition. I want to hear when you're speaking to me. Okay? For me, in my experience, my third eye came on first. I didn't get ears for another 8 months later. So just to understand in our own reflection of how this thing works, they're not gonna go, oh, here's all your gifts. That's not how it works. Okay. I know it would be really awesome if it worked like that, but you got to work a little bit at this, okay? Understand too, when you actually step into your power as a galactic being and you're actually coming out of the mucky muck and you're actually crawling out of the lower dimensions, because in the beginning I remember crawling. I remember taking my energy cord. This is another great tip you can do. I remember grabbing my energy cord. All I could see was my energy cord, because you'll see your own energy cord, light cord, silver cord, golden cord, whatever version of vernacular book you've read on it. And I've climbed. So one time I climbed all night long. I just kept grabbing my cord, pulling it down. And I pulled myself out of the space I was in when I was in Los Angeles. Okay? I got up. All right? To understand that I went through that experience. Okay? Sometimes you might want to climb a little bit. You might want to climb on the energy cord, then engage astral projection. Or engage astral projection and then climb your cord. Understand the higher frequencies, the more awesomeness, the more mellow and awesome nice beings are upstairs, not down here. Okay. The majority of the time when I have a situation with a being or beyond beings, it's always coming from my night side, lower right. Now, I am in a sphere in space, toroidal field flowing through this sphere, and I'm kind of always rotating. So no matter, imagine how I rotate and how the kind of system is set up around you, there has to be a template understanding platform in which you are operating in. So whatever that is for you, try to figure that out. We might have a little different makeup, all of us, we might have a different experience, we might be wired a little differently. But to understand, once you understand your template of how you function in this holographic matrix, in your space, how you perceive information, how you upload, download, and interact with this holographic matrix, which is alive, which is conscious, which is consciousness, that every single being on planet Earth actually holds together with their own consciousness, okay? To understand that in that interaction, how you operate, using discernment and reflecting everything off of your heart, is this type of being you would like to be. Okay. Yes! Alright, so as you pull energy up, this last one, little tip I'm going to give you for today. It's been a very busy day. Alright. What I like to do is, like I said, I wrap my 3 bandwidths, root, sacral, stomach, kind of grip my energy cord. If you want to think about it, imagine if you had a tail coming from your root, wraps around the cord. That's one version. Another version is imagining the energy cords coming out, but you want to grip it. Won't punch into your grid. Punch into your light cord. You're grounded in. What you want to do is flex your abs. Hopefully you've charged. You flex your abs. You pull your energy up. You push it up. When it gets to your heart, boom, flex that left pectoral. Flex that heart motor. Boom. You bounce it back to your throat chakra, up your deal. Breathe. And as you breathe, your energy and your air is going up. Breathe, because it's energy now, which I speak of. Up. Get it to where your third eye is, which you now know. What I want you to do is, I want you to flex your eyes like this. See? It's like blinking. You blink kind of hard, you kind of like squint. What you're doing is you're focusing with energy, which you just rised up through your body to your focus point. You flex, you direct, and then you lock on your focus point, and then you push with your breath and your third eye at the same time. Push, and you fire it, boom, and it's having an accurate, focused ray of intent, which allows you to penetrate the veil, and you're through. Okay? Once you get good at that, like I said, how does the third eye thing start? First you get the pinhole. Hence, you pop your hole in your little veil. And what's the view of this, Ryan? What do you see? Well, if you're going through your little wormhole, you can barely see anything. All of a sudden, you're going to see a little side of a face looking at you. Or you'll see a little dude like, hey. Or you'll see the half size of a face because they're really big. You kind of see like little bits and pieces when you're at the pinhole level third eye. Okay. As your third eye develops and you mature, boom, you pull in more light. Now you can actually see the whole being standing there. All right. You can only see in this limited, focused beam. But in this little beam, my flashlight's gotten a little bigger, and I can view in this manner. Fantastic. Okay? As you work on your God's eye, whoa, then you'll get the full time, whoa, whoa, I see everybody on the streams. I see all the streams going vertical. I see all the dudes hanging on the streams. I see the rings going around me horizontally. I see the beings standing on the streams, waving, whatever. I see all kinds of the interaction of my higher selves as they interact with the collective, as I interact with you. All right. Hope that helps. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an absolute pleasure today to be with you guys. And just know that here on Team Lights and acrtivations, love you guys very much. And together we're unstoppable. And like I said, our job is to make each other get through these potholes in human consciousness. Okay. Remember who we are. Clear that past that experience, the negative stuff, clear it out. Make room for the new. Okay? And in that, as we hold that space together, to know that our responsibilities, our purposes are all joined in raising the consciousness and vibration of planet Earth, and to know that we have the full support of the universe to do that in our galaxy. All right, Milky Way, come on. We're Milky Way. We got to do it for the Milky Way. I always like that. I'm like, what about Andromeda? They're like, oh, they did this a long time ago. I was like, come on, Milky Way, let's do this. Okay, so Earth is a very important Akashic reservoir of consciousness. And it's a very important place to be and learn these different aspects in consciousness, in our diversity, in our sharing our experiences. So understand that blend. We're trying to make that super smoothie with all of our higher selves operating in a holographic matrix with us in the physical, projecting into these suits. Fantastic. As our little baby consciousnesses grow and explore and remember where we come from, why we're here, and the love that we should truly share for one another. So with that, ladies and gents out there, just know that we love you guys very, very much. Please check out teamlight.com. I'll have the splash page up there. It's being built right now. UniteTheCollective.com, AnomalyEntertainment.com, and like I said, for all you guys' energetic needs, we have GalacticWands.com and some new awesome things that we're all working on. My brother Ferris created these awesome designs. We have with the wraps and the different things for you guys, and those can be found also at GalacticWands.com. Know that every day, and from what I've been experiencing, reflecting with the public and reflecting with you guys out there, you guys are absolutely amazing. Hands down amazing beings, and I'm just so privileged and honored to be on this journey with you, on this earth ship with you, and every day is a blessing. That's why they call it the present, man. So with that, just know we love you guys all very much. Namaste.
So we're in the catacombs. It's absolutely awesome. It's amazing. We're here in France. I'm wearing all kinds of stuff. We're down here assisting our family upstairs, adjusting some things for the well-being of this territory and area, and we look forward to talking more about it and later, and to understand that it's a combination of all frequencies, all bandwidths, all timelines being adjusted into one. And in freeing up that consciousness, that's how we all facilitate a faster resonance for the entire planet. Namaste.
Stop the time, and love will take its place. Where do we go from here? Take me far away, so we can stop the time, and love will take its place. It will be tonight when I turn off the world for you. It will be tonight when I turn up the stars for you. It will be tonight when I turn off the world for you. It will be tonight when I turn up the stars. I turn